Hello. Today I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on a fun way to create a beautiful stationery box. Now, these have been around for a really long time, and I believe that I might even have a tutorial for one on my YouTube already, but I didn't want to go back and look, and I really wanted to make a new one, and so I am going to share with you how I make it. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that most of these tutorials, or all of the tutorials that I've ever seen before, I've watched these a really long time ago, and all of these are made with 12 by 12 paper. I don't have 12 by 12 110-pound cardstock, so I wanted to make mine with 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to show you how I made mine with the 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Okay. And to make things a little bit easier, I have already matted and covered all of the pieces that I need to, so that we can put this together, and then when it's together, you will already be able to see a finished project. Okay, so we're going to start off with two pieces of 110-pound cardstock. Okay, one of them is, oh no, there we go. Sorry, I lost my directions for a minute. One of them is 10 by 7, and we scored it at 2 inches and at 2 inches from this side. Okay, and then we turned it this way and we scored it at 2 inches. All right, this one here is 8.5 by 7, and we scored it at 1 1/4 and 1 1/4 from this side, which is also 7 1/4. And then we turned it and we scored it at 2. Okay, so that's that. Then I'll just give you all of the measurements right now, and then we'll put it together. Then we have a piece here that is 8.5 by 4 1/4, and we scored it at 1 1/4 and 1 1/4, and then 1 1/4. Okay. Then we have here a piece that is 4.5 by 2, and we scored it at 1/2 and 1, 3.5 and 4. Then we have a piece here that is 5.5 by 2, and we scored it at 1/2, 1, 4.5 and 5. And lastly, we have a piece here that is 5 5/8 by 9 5/8, and we scored it at 1 3/4 on all the sides. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this together. It's going to be really easy. We're going to start with these two pieces. Okay, on this piece here, we're going to remove these squares. So we're just going to cut up that score line, and then same thing here. Like so. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to remove this square. And we're not cutting any angles into what's left over. We're just cutting this straight. Okay. And then that one's done. Now for this one, you have a choice. You can either cut these completely out, or you can leave them. I'm going to leave them simply because I think that it makes for a neater fold. So I'm going to cut, nope, I'm going to leave them there. I'm just going to cut up on the bottom side of them. Like that. Okay. Then we're going to apply adhesive. Oh, I did forget. If we're going to keep these, then we do need to angle them. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and apply adhesive to this part, like so. Then we're going to turn this over and stick it down, just like so. Okay, and I do that first because then I'm going to cover those, so then I'm going to take this piece and it's just going to slide right in there. If it doesn't, you can, you know, trim a little bit off if you want to. I'm just going to trim a little bit just so I don't have a bulge there. Oops. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Alright. I'm just going to press that down really well. And then let's fold these in, those in, and then this one up. I probably should have done that before we put it together, but that's okay. And then now you can see our box coming together. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, but let's go on to this piece then here. This is the piece that is 8.5 by 4 1/4. Okay. For this piece, we can either, again, we can remove the square or you can leave it on. I think I'm going to remove it. If you leave it on, you're just going to adhere it down like you did the other one. Okay. Then we fold these in. Crease them well. And fold that in. And then this guy is just gonna slide right in there like that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put adhesive here. Okay, and then just to make it easier, we're gonna put the adhesive on the side flaps too. Okay, we're going to start out with just this bottom flap and we're going to slide it in there. It's just going to fit all the way in there. Adhere it down really well. Okay, then we fold in these pieces, close it up, and then they just attach to the sides. Just like that. Okay, and because we used 110-pound cardstock, it's already feeling quite sturdy. And then if you didn't mat yours first, you'll notice that as you mat it, it's going to get even sturdier. For mine, I double matted. I put one layer of pink cardstock and then I put the layer of the decorative cardstock, just because I liked the way that it looked. All right, so now we have these pieces. All we're gonna do is fold these in like so. You can crease them if you'd like. I'm just gonna fold them in, and they're gonna get adhesive on this last flap. I'm gonna fold this one in, fold this one in. Then alrighty. And then whichever way these go, the one that connects, the one that is going to be, so let's see here. What's going to happen is you're going to put these two side by side. Let's see. They're going to go side by side like this. So one of these is going to be connected. So whichever way yours is going to go, just make sure that you put adhesive on that side as well. Okay. And then this is how I do this part. Okay, I'm going to fold this one in all the way. I'm going to put it on the bottom, and I'm just going to line it up with the outside like that. Okay, flip it over, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this side. I'm going to line this up with the bottom, and then line it up with the outside. Flip it over and adhere it like that. Then I bring them together and adhere them together like that. And then I just kind of make sure that they're straight because they can move. And then I let them rest where they should. And then it should close up nicely. Put my hand in there so I have something to press on. And use my bone folder. And press them down. And now you can see we have a lovely little stationery box. Okay. Last thing is the lid. The lid is the piece that was 5 5/8 by 9 5/8, and we scored it at 1 3/4 all the way around. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut these in. And angle these. Oops. Oh, I did not do mine right. What you want to do is you want to cut them on this side, not this side. Because you want to adhere them to the long part and not the short side, but that's okay. I'll just do mine like this for now. Whichever side you want to adhere your flaps to is the side that you should cut them away from. Okay, so I don't want to put mine here, but I messed up and I did that, but that's fine. So I'll just do the other side like that. It'll be okay because no one will see it, but if you wanted to do it so that they're both on the same side, then you want to cut them the right way, like I didn't. All right, then all we're going to do is put adhesive around on all of those flaps. Then I forgot, I really want adhesive right up to the edge. That's important so that it closes better. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and line these up all the way around. And stick them down. All right. Then you get your box and your lid, and there you go. Okay. So now for what goes inside of it. Take the lid off, it opens up. So down here, most people generally put like a little notepad and maybe a pen holder. I'm not going to put anything there right now because I don't know what I want to put there yet. But I have created some cards from this same collection and some tags. The first thing I made 4 regular size cards, and those just fit in the back. And then 4 envelopes will go with them, and it looks like I even would have more room for some more. Then I created some tags. I'm gonna put that one first. Okay, and then over here I'm going to create some 3x3 cards. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to. And then when you close this up, you have a beautiful gift. And obviously, I'm going to decorate the box a little bit more. There we go. I'll be putting something there. But you have a beautiful gift. And if you're wondering which paper collection I'm using, I believe this is called Apricot Honey. And it's from Prima, and I just got it at Hobby Lobby. It's really pretty. I like it so much that I actually bought 2. It's so pretty, such pretty colors and everything. But anyways, this is my box. I hope you guys enjoyed this project, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Bye-bye now.